What's going on YouTube? It's Forever Zawal. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're just going to go ahead and jump right into the video. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take this Wet n Wild eyebrow pencil. Actually I'm not going to do my brows with this pencil. I'm just going to go ahead and use this pencil just to fill in certain areas of my brows. And the main reason why I'm using it is for the eyebrow brush on the back. It's super sturdy and I just love using this eyebrow brush. So basically I'm just going to go ahead and just brush my brows into place. And I'm just going to go ahead and take this eyebrow razor. You can purchase this razor for about $1 or $2 at your local beauty supply store. I'm just going to go ahead and just take this razor and just clean up my brows just a little bit. I don't get my brows done. I don't get them threaded. I don't get them threaded or anything like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean my brows up. If your brows are already groomed, or if you get them done, you can just skip this step. Mine are just a little untamed, so I'm just going to go ahead and just clean them up just a little bit. Okay, so the pencil that I'm using to fill in my brows is the Maybelline Define line eyebrow pencil, and this is in the shade brownish black, and I did buy this from Walgreens. Okay, before I fill in my brows, I'm just going to go ahead and take some setting powder and put them on my brows. Just because the brow pencil that I use is really oily, you can skip this step if you're not using an oily product. And so the powder that I'm using, this is a Laura Mercier translucent powder. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and start filling in my brows. When I fill in my brows, I like to start at the tail first. So basically I start at the tail and then I'll do the center and then I'll do the beginning of my brows. But I'll just kind of just let you guys watch and see how I fill them in. Okay, and I do want to say that when you're drawing the line at the top of your brow, make sure after you create that arch, as you can see I created that arch, make sure that you don't create two separate lines when you're doing your brow. Make sure that once you make your arch at the top line, make sure that you connect that with the bottom line. I hope I'm explaining that right, but basically you don't want to have two separate lines. You want to make sure that you're connecting them after you make the arch. You want to make sure that you're bringing them down and making them one, so that way you can have that really sharp uniform looking brow. Okay guys, and if it looks like I'm talking, I am. This initially was going to be a talk through video, but the sound was off, so I decided just to do voiceovers. Basically when I draw the line at the top and the bottom of my brow, I just go ahead and just fill them in. Some people use hair like strokes. I don't. To me, you don't really see the difference. I just kind of fill them in, you know, just fill them in normally. And then when I get to the front of my brow, I'm just going to go ahead and use this a lighter hand just to make it look a little bit more natural. And guys, when you're doing your brows, please trust the process. It's not going to look complete. It's not going to really look too good until once it's finished. So trust the process. Don't freak out if it's all over the place. This is just a rough draft. Okay, so the concealer that I'm using to conceal my brows is a L.A Girl Pro Concealer. This is in the shade Toffee, and this is a eyebrow brush that I purchased from BH Cosmetics. Guys, this brush was maybe, I don't know, less than $5. So you guys don't have to use a really expensive brush to complete a really nice eyebrow look. You just make sure that your brush is just really flat. You can even use an angle brush if you like. And when I conceal my brows, I like to start at the tail too, just like I start at the tail when I'm filling them in. So guys, you can do it how you want, but for me, I found that this is the best way to do it. I start at the tail, and then like I said, I do the center, and then I do the beginning. I'll just let you guys watch how I conceal my brows. Okay guys, so once you're finished, you want to actually go ahead and blend in that product. So the brush I'm using, this is a Real Techniques contour brush. For me, this is the best brush to use to do that. However, you guys can use any brush. Just make sure that you're using kind of a fluffy brush. I've even used an eyeshadow brush before. Just make sure that you're using a brush to blend in that product. Okay, and this is where this Wet n Wild pencil is going to come into play. For my tail of my brows, I normally like them a little bit longer. So basically, I'm just going to go ahead and use this pencil, and I'm just going to go ahead and extend the tail of my brow because the pencil is so precise. I'm just going to go ahead and use that for that purpose. Like I said, I was just going to be using that to do some fill-ins. So I'm going to go ahead and conceal the top of my brow. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix that same shade concealer that I put at the bottom of my brow, and I'm just going to go ahead and mix that with a darker shade, which is Chestnut. This is the L.A Girl Pro Concealer in Chestnut as well. I'm just mixing that in because you want the top of your brow to be a little bit darker because it's actually a lot harder to blend at the top of your brow, and you don't want the halo look where basically it's really light at the top of your brows. So what you want to do is blend that with a darker concealer. Okay, and guys, don't be afraid to go over your brows, you know, 1, 2, 3, even 4 times if you have to. As you can see, I'm going to go over my top brow a few times until I achieve that perfect look. As you can see, I'm going to go ahead and cut that a little bit because I feel like it was a little too thick. So guys, just go over it as many times as you need to. We're doing your brows. It's just all about taking your time and just creating that perfect arch. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and take that Wet n Wild eyebrow pencil. I'm just going to go ahead and use that brush, and I'm just going to brush through my eyebrows. This does actually help to brush off some of that product and make your brows look a little bit more natural. And if you've done your brows and they're just a little bit too dark, I definitely recommend brushing them because, like I said, it does wipe off some of that product and gives it a more natural look. And for the front of my brows, I like to go ahead and brush it the opposite way. Okay, and once I've brushed my eyebrows, I like to go ahead and take a makeup brush, and I like to blend the beginning of my brows because it does give it that fade effect and it does give it more of a natural look. Okay guys, and I'm just going to go ahead and take that Wet n Wild pencil again, and I'm just going to go ahead and extend the end of the tail of my brow just a little bit more because I felt like it just wasn't long enough. So as you can see, I messed it up. Basically what happened is when I went to extend the tail of my brow, the concealer in that spot was not completely dry, so it ended up getting on the pencil, and then I accidentally wiped it on the eyebrow. But don't worry guys, if this happens to you, just take the product and continue to go over that concealer until you don't see it anymore. As you can see, I'm just going to keep, you know, drawing over that concealer until I don't see it anymore, and then I'm just going to go ahead and take my concealer and just redefine the tail of my brows. And okay, this is how your brows should look if you finish all of these steps correctly. Now, I did actually only do one brow on camera because I wanted you guys to see the huge difference in one brow being done and one brow being undone. However, I did go ahead and do both brows off camera. And this is how it looks once I've done both brows. This is the completed look. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you have not, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you soon.